Meeting to order. May I please have a roll call? Oh,
Dr. Huntington? Mr. Coffey?
Yes, here present.
Mrs. Stiff? Here. Mr. Kennedy? Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Here.
Mrs. Lynn?
Here.
Mrs. Guerrero-Numer?
here. May I please have everyone stand and join us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance?
Color guard, halt. Outward, face. Post. Place. Colors. Present. Arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Outward, face. Forward, march.
You may be seated. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to welcome all of our visitors in person and those watching live via stream. Your presence is greatly valued and your engagement reflects the shared commitment to the success of our community as a whole. At this time, members of the public may make comments to the Board of Education on any item listed on the agenda. Please note, the board respects and values the information delivered to us. But at this time, we cannot engage or have a dialogue with you. Your comments should be directed to the Board of Education, and all in attendance must conduct themselves with respect. Thank you. Ms. Rico, do we have anyone wishing to address the board at this time?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved?
Second. All right, roll call, please.
Miss Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero-Numer?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
All right, the fun part of the meeting. We are going to go on to recognition and awards, which most of you are here for tonight. If I could please have our Joliet Central and Joliet West principals go to the podium.
Good evening. Ms. Parker and I are proud to recognize students from the class of 2026 who have been named as Illinois State Scholars. The Illinois Student Assistance Commission gives state scholar designation annually to senior students who are in the top half of their graduating class and/or scored at or above the 95th percentile nationally on the ACT or SAT exam. Roughly 10% of Illinois high school seniors receive this recognition each year, so congratulations to each and every one of you on this outstanding accomplishment. Students, when we call your name, we ask that you please come forward to be recognized and stay up front so we can take pictures by campus. We do have certificates for each of you. We'll get those to you tomorrow at school because with the large number of students we have here, it gets difficult to know who's here and passing them out. So we appreciate your patience, but we'll get you those tomorrow. Okay? So I'll start with the Central Illinois State Scholars. First is Joel Aguirre, Felix Arcand, Carlos Ariano Murillo, Brian Barron, Finn Bernhardt, Sochi Cuevas, Amber Davis, James Fiegel, Johanna Figueroa, Jackie Fragoso, Carly Frausto, Malcolm Green, Aiden Hadley, Eric Isai Jolomna, Demetris Cortitas, Aziel Lara, James Lee, Sophie Litsoganis, Cheyenne Mendoza, Delaney Moran, Itzel Nunez, Rory O'Hara, Juan Rosilis Alvarado, Erica Sáenz Lata, Regina Sandoval, Abigail Schreiner, Leo Smith, Taylor Stallings, Jack Strabbing, Evelyn Ventura, and Ella Woolcock. Congratulations to the class of 2026 Steel.
And family, I invite you to come up and take photos as well. Come on. Smiling for a little bit.
That's all right. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, round of applause.
We are also very excited to celebrate with the families and of our students at Joliet West who have qualified as an Illinois State Scholar. We're going to follow suit. When I call your name, please step to the front and line up for that wonderful picture. Mia Agnich, Christopher Backus, Jonathan Baranak, Sydney Barlog, Daniel Batista, Connor Bergen, James Bergen, Mallory Berry, Tyler Bishop, Chloe Brower, Leslie Combs, Charlotte Dean, Jessica Del Toro, Emily Diaz, Ava Enderly, Ella Featherston, Addison Fowler Favell, Nelly Gallegos, James Gibson, Lena Giovanni, Taylor Greenwood, Sean Hogan, Patrick Holmes, Jonathan Hood, Iroel Johim, Olivia Keene, Ava Kennedy, Michael Napick, Kara Konichi, Elizabeth Lane, Ava Larendy, Amaya Love, Robert Malinowski, Henry Maston, Madeline McCarroll, Isabella Mendez, Evan Newman, Ava Offerman, Zoe Ognovich, Peyton Palish, Marshawn Polk, Elena Potaki, Caleb Price, Ludmina Puetz, Brody Pulaski, Yahara Ramirez, Sierra Rapata, Dylan Ringoffer, Emma Roberts, Kevin Robles, Gavin Rodriguez, Marco Rodriguez, Jack Salerno, Joy Seal, Ariel Smith, Ellis Stephen Tape, Noah Tarver, Dylan Trainer, Quinn Train, Kokana Trevino,
Chris, you want to make?
Callaway Walsh,
Why don't you stand up?
Ethan Weslovowski, and Henry Young.
Tall today.
Okay, so if you are in front of someone's head, you're not in the photo, so we may have to do a little bit of switching around, or just make your way into a corner, so where we can see you, okay? Yeah, Michelle, you're good there. Everyone see? Sorry, I just wanna make sure I have everyone. Just down a little bit, yep. Just a little tiny bit so that we can, and then that blocks you. So I'm gonna have you come over here. Yeah.
Can you see Miss Parker?
Yes, she's on her tippy toes.
She literally is.
Over there. So, yep, that's good. Stand. Okay, if you need to stand, Henry, just a little bit that way. Okay, all right. Then when your parents take the picture, make sure you can see your parents, okay? All right, ready? One, two, three. Family and friends, I invite you up. Students, you.
Should I just call the recess now or wait? Okay.
Congratulations.
The Board of Education is going to take a brief recess so we can congratulate our All right, now we're going to go ahead and move on to Dr. Guzman for superintendent reports.
Thank you. No correspondence or legislative reports, but be on the lookout. I'm sure there will be some legislative information coming. I will keep the board up to date. We have two presentations tonight. Our first presentation is our annual hiring report, and I'm happy to introduce Cicely Calhoun, our Director of Human Resources, who will present this information.
Good evening. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good evening, everyone. Okay, so I want to talk about the annual hiring. We'll give you an update on it as of today. So let's jump into it. So the hiring is aligned with the strategic plan, which is strategy 1 and action plan 1 through 3. So far for 25-26 hiring season, the administrative team, we have hired approximately 98 staff members, 34 being certified and 64 being classified. The employee process, we want to ensure a fair and equitable process for all candidates, and all participants on hiring teams are trained by HR. So let's get to the hiring data. Currently, the certified staff, we have 496 staff members, 42, as you can see, administrators, teachers 385, social workers 15, counselors, we have 23, deans 13, we have 4 IEP managers, 5 psychologists, 4 nurses, and 5 speech pathologists. The internal promotions this year, we hired 2 administrators that was Hispanic and 1 that was Asian. So job postings as of February 5th, 2026, as you can see, our current certified postings is a math teacher, which is at Central. We need 2 FACS teachers, which is at Central, 2 IT, Central, Vision Itinerant, Central, special education teachers, Central, and a school psychologist, which is West. For our current administrative postings, we have a director of I can't even see that by myself. Informational technology, executive director of special education, which is anticipated, and our behavior coordinator so far. As you can see here, we have the certified staff hiring demographics with the yearly comparison. For 2025, we have, let me scroll down here so I can tell you. We have 58% white, we have 6% unknown, 21% African American or Black, and then we have 15% Hispanic or Latino, the hiring that we did this year. As this one, you can see Joliet Township teacher demographics versus statewide teacher demographics. As you can see, we are almost neck and neck with the state. We're trying to stay competitive with our hiring, demographics wise. So that is the percentage for the state wide versus Joliet. So the challenges and constraints that we have here, as you know, statewide teacher shortage. We have competition with our neighboring districts. We have some hard-to-fill positions like special education, psychologists, math, CTE, and EL. And then also the number of college students enrolling in teacher preparation programs have declined by nearly 1/3 over the past decade. Unfulfilled Illinois public school teaching vacancies by year, although it has decreased a little bit this year, but it's still at 3,000, as you can see. unfulfilled positions here for the 25-26. We have a psychologist, which is at West. We have math at Central, special education Central, vision itinerant Central, 2 IT Central, and 2 FACS Central. Recruiting and hiring 25-26. We have, right now, our career fairs, as you can see, is Community Connections. We have Illinois Associations, School Personnel, that's one. We have NIU, we have another one coming up for Illinois, and then Lewis University, JJC, Illinois Association, and Governor State. We are trying, I have contacted Chicago State, and I'm waiting on a response back from them. So the advertising openings, we are Indeed, ISA, K-12, National Minority Newsletter, HBCU, Illinois Association School Personnel, and Illinois Association School Business Official. This one right here is explore growth within our own staff, building our own instructional paraprofessionals, which we're going to talk about, well, me and Dr. Ham's going to talk about paraprofessionals who want to become teachers. So we're going to look into that. Classified staff demographic, as you can see, the retention rate for this school year is 91.3%. Teacher retention this year, we are above the state, is 93.7%. Retention strategies, we are going to solid onboarding procedures, continue holding new employee orientation, continue providing training, employee support and recognition, conduct exit interviews, and the new one that I was thinking of is the stay interviews. These meetings proactively identify actionable low-cost improvements to boost retention and strengthen trust. Key hire and workforce highlights for this year. Total certified staff, 496. Total classified staff, 403. Teacher retention, 93.7. Continued diversification of hiring pool, ongoing recruitment, and grow your own efforts. And any questions?
Any questions? If not, thank you.
Thank you.
Our next presentation is brought to you by Dr. Hampton, who will share our 5-year financial presentation.
Good evening to everyone. I'm presenting the annual 5-year financial plan. First slide you see are the budgeted revenue allocations by source. And you can see that the majority of revenues received are via property taxes. Second, by evidence-based funding, which is state funding. Federal at 5%, other state 5%, other local, and CPPRT is 4% and 3%. Current existing EAV or equalized assessed value percentage change from year to year, we're forecasting flat at 4% through 2030. Other key revenue assumption is the new EAV growth. And essentially, we're keeping that flat at 35 million. As in the past, and I've shared this before, we've gone up as high as almost 250 million. But for the most part, it's been flat, or should I say consistent at about 35 million, which is great for the district. Consumer Price Index, this is essentially how we receive new money from one year to the next. And you can see that we are projecting 2.5% growth. The average CPI is somewhere between 2.3 to 2.5%. As you can see in 22, 23, these were essentially the years coming out of COVID, where we were 7% and 6.5. However, because we're tax capped, the majority that we could receive is 5%, or was 5%. Other key revenue assumptions in the projection, evidence-based funding. So due to enrollment, we're projected to see a decrease because it's proportionate to the number of students that you have in the district. Transportation reimbursement, we're projecting flat for all years, but just know, probably for over the past 20%, 15 or 20 years, the reimbursement has only been about 25 to 30%. Special ed reimbursement upwards of 70%, but regular transportation has been about 25 to 30%. Other state funding and federal funding, title funding, conversation has been about a 26% decrease for FY27. And then there's also conversation around possible decrease in special education funding. Projected expenses by object, salaries and benefits, 68%. Most school districts are anywhere between 60 to 70 to 75%. Normally, this is the highest expenditure of all districts. And then you can see purchase services is a little higher, but that's dealing more with our construction projects. Capital outlay, and then you have your supplies and materials. This is new, and I wanted to share this with the board. I essentially update this information twice a year. We haven't had it in this presentation, but we feel that this is viable information as we start to move forward because we are experiencing enrollment decreases, and it's not just us, it's throughout the state and it's throughout the country. So I update this normally in the fall, sometime after September, then again in January. And what you see here, if you can focus in on 24-25 and to 25-26, so the green into blue, with the focus in on the yellow at the bottom. And I don't know if you can see, you can probably see it better on your computer. But essentially from last year to this year, we lost 371 students in 1 year. And you can see in 26-27, projected another 169, 27-28, another 235, 28-29, another 222, 29-30, another 146, and 20-30-31, another 201. We're talking almost 1,200 to 1,300 students where we would see that decrease. The one good thing about this model is as we get new information, we can update this. But right now, these are the projections that we see. So what I added also here was just the enrollment history. So you can just see where we have been since 2001 to where we are now. Essentially, we are projecting to be closer to the 24-25, 25-26 school year. So almost 20 years ago, to be around those numbers. What does that mean? Obviously, as you lose students, that impacts the classroom, which impacts probably the largest group are our teachers. And we have a plan so that we can deal with this over the next 4 to 5 years. And that plan is really is through attrition. So as teachers retire and or resign, we won't fill those positions. Versus keeping those teachers in place, and then we get to the point where we have to RIF, or what we call reduction in force. And then we're talking about an entirely different process. Just for a point of history, normally at the new teacher orientation, we have 20 plus new teachers that we're hiring each year just through attrition. So if that trend continues, then I think we'll be in a better place come 2029, 2030, 31. And I'll have a slide to also just kind of show if we don't put this type of plan in place, what does that mean, right? This one here just goes back to 2015 and just shows the number of teachers that we essentially have hired really over the past 10 years. And you can see that increase there. We're talking almost 63 teachers. Other key expenditure assumptions, salaries are subject to negotiations. Again, decrease the FTE over 5 years. Retirement savings are included in here, which basically means if a teacher retired, we have a number to put in place of a retired teacher. So normally you have a retired teacher at a higher salary, you bring in another teacher, newer teacher at a lower salary. Health insurance increase 7%, dental insurance 3%, and then all other expenditures by 5%. So the next slide just shows the aggregate revenues, and you can just see kind of the growth, 0.8, 2.4, 2.3, and again, it's based on all of the assumptions I just spoke about in terms of the revenues. And then this slide just shows you the expenditure side, where it's somewhere between 2.1 to 3%, depending on the given year. And then this is just the aggregate, and I always focus in on at the bottom, and essentially that's the number of months in terms of fund balance. So think of it as a savings. So it shows in 2026, 14.34 months of fund balance. Up to 2031, 18.7. This is important because when we start to get in times like we are now, where we having reductions in federal, which then impacts the state, which then potentially there's budget cuts there, we still have to be able to function as a district and be able to pay payroll and our bills and get through. It used to be 3 months, then it went to 6 months, then it went to a year, and now it's about a year and a half. In terms of the amount of fund balance you should have, if you can have it as a district. So then this slide here just shows that aggregate amount. So that's what you want to see, that trajectory going up. So this is if we make the necessary changes as we move through, decrease FTE through attrition, make necessary adjustments from year to year. This one here basically just shows the fund balance decreasing. So in 2031, it was 18.7, now we show 14, right? So we can see if we don't do anything, we'll start to see this fund balance actually take a turn. And that's what this graph shows. So the other graph was an upward trajectory. This one here, you can start to see that it's starting to flat out. And then eventually, if we don't do anything, you'll start to see a decrease. And that's what we don't want. That means we didn't do what we needed to do operationally as a district. This graph just shows the difference between the two. The purple one is if we didn't do anything, kept every staffing the same, didn't make any changes and adjustments, you start to see it flatten out. The other one shows an upward trajectory if we make the necessary changes. And so just going forward, you'll see the enrollment projections as we move through. We'll talk to you about, we have the staffing presentation next month, so we'll see some things there with Diane and her team. But we are definitely just keeping a watchful eye on this. And as we receive information, I can go into this spreadsheet, make the necessary adjustments, and see how that impacts the district. Because we do feel we're going to hear some news. We know that the governor is either this week or next week. I believe he's having his budget hearing or presentation. So we'll start to hear some of this as we move through. And just know in the past, sometimes we hear these things at the start of the school year, and then mid-school year, we start to hear some different things in terms of adjustments and budget cuts. But we're watching it closely. We'll make the necessary adjustments and obviously update the board as we receive information. And then here, this is just the observation of where we are. Property tax freeze, always on the additional EBF funding. Again, right now, they have allocated the $350 million. Past year was $300 million. The $50 million was really tax rebate for certain districts. However, we'll see if they're going to maintain the $300 million. And again, the level of federal funding, again, we know we're going to be impacted. To what magnitude, we won't know those things until probably the next few months, maybe even to the summer or early fall. Any questions?
The healthcare was 7%.
Yeah.
I know, like this year, it's crazy, isn't it, like 30?
Yeah, so I put 7%. We have an insurance committee. We do a great job as a committee to keep costs down. We've made adjustments over the past years to try to maintain those things and keep those single digits. Initially this year, we were closer to almost 20%. And we made some adjustments based on recommendations so that it stays affordable for everyone. And we were able to get that down to about 3 to 4% versus, 15 to 18%. So the insurance committee does a great job. There's some difficult conversations, but we have to have the conversations, and then again, we have to do what's best for, everyone in the district.
Any other questions? Thank you again for a
Thank you.
great presentation.
Thank you.
Also within superintendent reports, you have the second semester 10-day count report. As you saw from Dr. Hampton's presentation, at the beginning of the year, we were down 371 from last year. At this semester, we're down to 382. So it's pretty comparable to where we were at the beginning of the year. And again, we track this every semester, make sure we're within our contractual limits, and then this is always shared with the board at the upcoming meeting. So are there any questions regarding the 10-day count? If not, that concludes superintendent reports.
Thank you for those reports. We're going to go ahead and move on to action items. First action item, A, course revision, and that will be on probability and statistics, transitional math, QL stats. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
This is from our CCC committee. We're leveraging our current probability and statistics class to shift it to a transitional math class. There was a request to offer more transitional math classes. So our math team proposed this, and they'll be working on this this summer, and we'll offer it next year.
All right, any others? All right, roll call, please.
Mrs. Guerrero Numer?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
All right, item B, weighted grades for competitiveness. May I please have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
This is just to ensure that our students are competitive with other schools in the district. Within the memo, I gave you our comparisons to different schools, and then the list of then changes that we would move forward for the next school year.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Numer?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Item C, certified staff performance evaluation agreement 2026 to 2027. May I please have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
This is just an annual action item. Thank you to Diane and her union leadership that works through the evaluation review team each year and brings these needed changes and recommendations to the board.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzpatrick, excuse me.
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Numer?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
All right, item D, agreement between Joliet Township High School and Flourish ED 22.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just want to point out that the board requested, I think during the summer, that we would provide a summary of first semester accomplishments, but that is noted in the agreement, or the memo that I wrote, and then our recommended work for second semester.
All right, roll call, please.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Numer?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
All right, item E, E-rate recommendation for core switch refresh. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes, this is a recommendation to replace our core switches within the district. So E-rate is a program provided by the Federal Communications Commission, or some people will hear it called FCC. It actually gives discounts to school districts based on their free and reduced numbers. It allows us to perform and upgrade a lot of our infrastructure for technology. Based on our free and reduced percentage, we will receive an 80% discount. So we pay 20% of the cost. Any vendor that's recommended is approved through E-rate, and then they receive either reimbursements or credits through the federal government. So based on that, we have our project costing $172,557.13. Our cost is $43,139.29. That is the recommendation to approve CDW government for a quote of $215,696.42.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Mr. Coffee?
Yes.
All right, F, asbestos abatement, asbestos, I know how to say these words, abatement for Joliet Central and Joliet West renovation projects.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, this is a recommendation to provide work at Joliet Central and Joliet West. This is getting ahead of the projects that we have for the summer. So part of the abatement will occur during the spring and, at Central, and then at West, right at the end of the school year. It prepares us so that we can start construction as soon as school is over at the end of May.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Coffee?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes. I'm going to go to item G, second reading of board policy, policy 2-240. It's on 660 curriculum content. Do we have any or may I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, now I need discussion.
This was about the potato famine? It had some different changes within. I had selected the defaults for the district of what we would continue to teach.
Any other discussion? Sorry, keep forgetting to ask. All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Coffee?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes. Item H, second reading of recommendations. 1, policy 7-270, administration of medicine at schools. May I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All right, discussion? No? Seeing none, may I please have roll call?
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Mr. Coffee?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Item 2, policy 7-190, student behavior, electronic equipment. May I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Discussion?
What's that for the phones? They're gonna have a cubby or?
Yes, it is aligned with the presentation last month from the committee, and there is a recommendation for a holder that is over the door of a classroom, and that's where they would be held in the classrooms.
Awesome.
All right, any other discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Mr. Coffee?
No. As discussed in the previous meetings, I think it's wrong timing, wrong message.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Thank you. We're going to go on to personnel items. And for this, may I please have a motion for personnel items 1 through 5 and 7 through 13.
So moved?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Oh. All right, may I please have roll call?
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Now may I have a motion for line item 6, professional change of status?
So moved?
Second.
All right. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
All right, moving on to J, student discipline recommendation. Mr. Coffey, please.
After receiving deliberating the information contained in the hearing officer's report, the Board of Education is charged with deciding, 1, whether removing the child from his or her learning environment is in the best interest of the school, what the rationale is for the specific duration of the recommended expulsion, whether all appropriate and available behavioral and disciplinary interventions were exhausted, and whether the continued presence in school would either pose a threat to the safety of other students, staff, or members of the school community, or substantially disrupt, impede, or interfere with the operation of the school. The Board of Education must then convene into public session to formally vote on the motion to expel if the expulsion is the consensus arrived at during executive session. I make a motion under case number C 252614, recommending expulsion until January of 2027 and placement at Lincoln School.
May I have a motion?
No.
So moved.
Yeah. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
All right, thank you. We're going to go ahead and go to unfinished
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
We voted 1 through 6, or
One through
1 through 5,
five, and then 7
6.
through 12, and then,
Oh, we did,
Yeah,
we did
and that-
7 through 13?
It was
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Sorry. Unfinished business, do we have any? None? No. Okay. Do we have any new business? All right. Board reports, if we want to give any. Any board reports, anyone wants?
I attended the State of the District, which was really good to see all the community partners come out. And also the Community Expo, which again is really neat to see all the community partners and the cafeteria filled and how there was job or people there with hiring, and it was just a really good turnout. And I was excited to be there.
Just a reminder for the Joyful Brunch, you can still get your tickets. They're going fast, though, so I'd get them as soon as possible. You can also do sponsorships. And again, this is going to benefit MAC mentoring, which benefits many of our students, including our, just want to shout out to the Boosters Club also. And again, this is in honor and memory of Michael Alston Clark, our friend. All right.
Can I have can
Oh.
I share? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Under public comment?
Oh,
Do you want
yeah,
me to
there
do
we go,
that?
yeah. Announcements and public comment.
Thanks. I just want to thank you for sharing about that. I want to thank Christine, her team, all the leadership, for the work they did with not only State of the District, but the Community Connections Expo. Those are 2 huge events that we've had since the last board meeting, and it's been nonstop, and so thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, anybody who is out there streaming, I wish we could have made this announcement when we had all of our students here, but the CED internship submissions are due on the 20th. We sent a push out to our kids today as a reminder. We're doing pretty well. We almost have 200 submission from each of our campuses, so that is wonderful. So hopefully we have that last push. Thank you for sharing the Joyful Brunch. We also have the JTHS Foundation Trivia on March 8th, so there's sponsorships available. It's a fun event. If you can attend, you can call to get information, or you can go to the foundation website. Also very proud that the 2026 Chamber Award Celebration is on February 24th, and JTHS has been nominated for an award in the category of education. You don't know if you win until you're there, so we're either really happy or really sad. So, but we're gonna be there to celebrate no matter what. And then, due to new legislation, we are going to have to change the March board meeting from March 17th to March 18th, but we will put communication out. But I,
To what?
March 17th to March 18th. Their new legislation went into effect in November, where you cannot have school board meetings on any type of election day. And so that includes all the various elections, and so that was new legislation. So we will amend the date of the board meeting because of that, but we will put communication out. That's it.
Thank you for reminding us all that we need to go out and vote. Your vote is your voice, and your voice is your vote. All right, one little extra thing. I just want everyone to remember that when children have big emotions, it's our job to be the calm in the chaos. Abolish ICE. Thank you.
Wait, roll call.
Roll call, I'm ready.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey? Mrs.
Yes.
Thank you.